ready to go.
Good.
We on? Okay. So, guys, this is our second in the series of our alchemy classes that we've got going on with the Fusion 7 Mystery School, and it's called the Gender Codes. Now, we've done something real similar in the past. It was called Sacred Feminine and Masculine. So it's kind of based on the idea that we are bringing together into union the sacred feminine and masculine, but I guess that is the only similarity there is between this class and that. That was quite different and it got scrapped. So this is like the updated version of that class. And the reason why it's so different is because this one is very heavily based in alchemical processes and concepts. So a lot of the processes will be very familiar to you. We'll be using things like the Tree of Life. We'll be using archetypal symbols from the... We'll be using already made for you. You don't have to draw anything in this one. We'll also be extracting, actually, classical processes from alchemy. So we'll be using some of the metals. We'll be using some of the knowledge. So it's a bric-a-brac of all of this different knowledge that we've brought together in one class, which is this one. But of course, all the processes are ready for you guys to use. There's nothing for you to construct. All you need to do is to put in your intuitive 2 cents. And it is through your intuition that you will be guided to be able to allocate what it is that you need to change within the self. And we put it into a system that's going to make it real easy for you. Now, the functions and the mechanics of this class, or the purpose of it, if you like, is to be able to retrieve the balanced state and the sacred union between our male and female traits, energies, psyche, all across the board, actually, yeah? So it's not a good class if you were just looking, for example, to deal with the psychology aspect of it, because that would be the most superficial aspect of it that there is. We use that aspect of it to be able to hone in and to be guided to target where we need to put a particular issue in order to transmute it. That's how we use the psychology aspect of it. But other than that, we go into the energy of it, we go into the frequency of it, we go into much deeper layers of how this stuff is affecting us on a personal, collective, as Eleanor said, but also a universal level of consciousness. So we're going to go in deep, yeah? Now, because of these distortions, which have become so over the millennia, they've kept the psyche of humanity in a state of arrested development. Now, the thing is with gender traits and distortions and whatnot is that the majority of people on this planet don't really know what that means. They think that it is just about twin flames or just about soulmates. Yeah, it's not. Or just about the issues you have as a male and a female. And what this class definitely isn't about, it's not about your particular gender. It's not about the skin suit that you possess in this timeline, in this 3D reality right now. It's not about that. It's not about your sexual preferences. It's not about if you're straight, if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're transgender. It's not about any of that. Although it may eventually correspond to that, okay? It's also not about the external state of your relationships, although by fixing the inner state, it will therefore have an impact on the outer state of a relationship or the lack of the relationship, the fact that you are in it, out of it, not enough of it, too much of it, whatever's going on. But that would be as an abodelisma, it would be as a result, yeah? But it's not, we're not going to the outside. As you know, with these metaphysical and esoteric classes, the way to fix these issues is always to go where?
Internal.
Internal, inside, right? So that's what we're going to do. So when these functions are restored, humanity can usher itself into the golden age. But to achieve this, the gender distortions must be corrected. You don't get the gender stuff down, you are not going to quote-unquote ascend. It's just not going to happen. So the first thing that we need to do is find out and disclose what is it then, therefore, that comes in the categories of each gender. And that's what obviously we're going to go into and have it put into process step by step. Yeah? So I think that just about covers our intro stuff. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Facebook or to follow me on Instagram. What else have we got? Facebook. Oh, and also, of course, Periscope. Don't forget to follow and share. Thank you very much. See you in 2 weeks' time for Astrogenetics. See you then.